So when you're ready, we'll get started. We'll sit in a comfortable Sukhasana. Have length in the spine from the crown of the head all the way down, and just release those shoulders. So bring the shoulders up to the ears, and then as you exhale, release and let go. Mobilize into those shoulders. So maybe with closed eyes or lowered gaze, just rotate in the ears and the shoulders close together. So draw the shoulders up, and then as if you were taking something off your shoulders, you release and let go. One more time. Perfect. Now bring the chin to the chest and do a wonderful little mobilization from one shoulder blade to the other. So you draw the chin up to one side and then go along and then up to the other side. And can we go all the way around? Maybe close those eyes, lower the gaze to avoid dizziness and distraction. And working on those areas of tightness and tension. When we get to those areas that are a little bit tight or tense, and then round in the other direction. So really release, letting go. Perfect. And lift the crown of the head up nice and high, and then as you exhale, round through the spine, arching the back. Lift the crown of the head, look up at the sky, breathe in. Exhale, round in through the spine, arching the back. Inhale, lift the crown of the head, look up at the sky. Exhale, round through the spine, arching the back. And then inhale, lift the crown of the head. Little spinal twist, opposite arm to opposite knees. Let the shoulders release and relax. And then over to the other side, opposite hands to opposite knees, releasing the shoulders and letting go. And back to that neutral position. Elbow to the earth and come into a side body stretch. Reach, stretch and lengthen, and just do a little rotation here of the head. Back to that neutral position and over to the other side. And back to that neutral position. Hands to the knees. Arch through the spine. Exhale. Lift the crown of the head. Inhale. Arch through the spine. Exhale. Really get that wonderful C shape in the back. And then lift the crown of the head. Melt your elbow to the earth. Beautiful side body stretch. Back to that neutral position and over to the other side. And back to that neutral position. Just do a little circular action as if you were elbowing someone behind you, and then draw the shoulders up and release. Perfect. Let's lie down and hug the knees into the chest. Give the back a wonderful massage. So rock and rotate. Now with the toes together, hands to the knees. Just rotate from buttock cheek to buttock cheek, shoulder blade to shoulder blade. It's almost like having a massage on your back. Really feel the support of the earth underneath the back, the neck and the shoulders. Now with the toes together, open and close. Open and close. As you open, you exhale. As you close, you inhale. Exhale to open, inhale to close. Really massaging there into the back, the hips, the thighs. Now dangle the toes from the sky, give them a little shake out, and almost if you're walking on the ceiling, heel toe, heel toe, heel toe. And then just dangle with softness in the knees, circle the ankles, softness in the wrist, draw the arms up to the sky. And then stretch into those shoulders by reaching up to the sky, and then sink the shoulders back down. Reach up and sink down. Reach up and sink down. Let's do two more. Reach up, sink down. Last one. Perfect. Now hang out from the sky. Give those legs a little shake out. Perfect. Now bend at the knees and place the feet flat to the floor with the knees bent, and take the arms out wide into a T shape. Rock from right to left, from left to right. So as the knees drop to the right, eye gaze and shoulders go to the left. Really feeling that stretch there into the lower lumbar spine. Back to that neutral position, and then over to the other side, stretching into the back. Now turn the palms from the facing the sky to facing the earth. Exactly the same, mobilizing into the lower back and back to that neutral position. Lift one leg up to the sky and stretch up towards the ankles and bring the head towards the knee and the thigh. So we're stretching into the back of the hamstrings. And then changing sides. And then release. Now feet to the floor, knees bent, working into a bridge. So just mobilize the lower back, just give it a little rotation here, and then place the hands to the floor. See if you can touch the ankles with your fingertips and curl any tension there before floating the hips high into a beautiful bridge. Inhale, really expand the chest. Let the palms rest into the earth. Feel the connection with the earth behind the back of the head, the shoulders, the soles of the feet, the elbows, the palms. And then reconnect each vertebrae, sinking into the earth with control. So a little rock and a tilt to the pelvis, almost as if you were zipping up through the pelvic floor. Rock, tilt, squeeze. Lift the hips, push up as high as you can. Push the weight into the heels, expand the chest. And then as you reconnect each vertebrae, you sink down to the earth with control and relax into the mat. And turn the palms to the sky. Start to float the hips. Inhale the hips high. Draw the arms overhead. Create length all the way from the fingertips to the top of the knees. Give those toes a little wiggle. Make sure that the alignment's correct there. And then slowly reconnect each vertebrae. Sink into the earth with control. So rock and tilt the pelvis. Squeeze the buttocks. Float the hips. Wonderful back strengthener. Drawing the arms overhead, keeping the hips high, circle the arms underneath, push the palms into the earth or underneath the lower back. And then slowly reconnect and melt your bottom down towards the earth. Let's hug the knees into the chest. Crunch into that little ball, so bring the shoulders off. Hit to that upside down child's pose. And then release. Crunch into that upside down child's pose. And then release. Let's dangle the toes from the sky, dangle the arms. Give a little rotation. Now float the shoulders off, but keep the head glued to the mat. And release. And release. Perfect. Hands behind the backs of the knees. Rock up into that seated position. And then come into Dandasana before folding forwards towards the toes. Softening, melting, letting go. Feeling that wonderful stretch in the lower back, the neck and the shoulders. And slide along the shins, into the knees, into the thighs. Perfect. Bring one foot into the inner thigh, reach towards the toes and float the arms up and over into a wonderful side body stretch. Up to the sky and down to the earth. Up from the earth, down to the toes, head between the arms. Wonderful stretch here. Then up to the sky and down to the earth. One more time. Here we go. Breathing in and really melt your head towards your heart. To knees, just a lovely stretch there. And then up to the sky and release. Just do a lovely little rotation there. Now placing the palm to the earth and lifting up, or the knuckle, or you can just draw the arm up. Listen to your body. Reach up, stretch and lengthen. So from the fingertips down to the toes. Wonderful alignment. Great shoulder strengthener, this one. Now your bottom to your heels, your hands to your toes, your head again towards your knee. And then you release. Fantastic. Bringing that knee into the chest. Giving it a little hug, releasing those shoulders. Holding the knee, flexing the foot to the straight leg, and then look away from that bent knee. A wonderful opener of the chest. And release. Fantastic. Let's fold forwards. Head towards the knees. Chest rests on the thighs. Hands pull the toes towards you. Pull away with the toes. Then slide along your shins, into your knees, into your thighs. A little twist there. Let's change sides. So bring the other foot into the inner thigh. Lengthen through the spine. Reach to the toes. Draw the arms up and over. All the way. Head between the arms. Sinking into the pose. Feeling that wonderful stretch. Up to the sky. Down to the earth. Up from the earth. Down to the toes. And then up to the sky, down to the earth. Last time, inhale, exhale. And up from the sky, down to the earth. Either stay here or lift, stretch, lengthen, reach, open, expand. Wonderful. Bottom to the earth, hands to the toes, head again towards the knee. And then release. Let's bring the knee into the chest, flexing the foot of the straight leg, looking away, letting the shoulders release from the ears. And let go. Wonderful. Bring those legs in front, maybe interlace the fingers, big stretch, and fold towards the toes. Sinking your heart towards your thighs. Lovely fold in half. Lovely stretch for the neck, the back, and the shoulders. And slide along your shins, into your knees, into your thighs. Perfect. Those shoulders a little release. Let's come into a standing position. So come up to standing. Draw the shoulders down and away from the ears. And bring the hands to heart space. Perfect. Let's inhale up to the sky. Exhale down to the earth. Inhale, just hang, release, let go, soften. Yes. And come up slowly, one vertebra at a time. Unpeel, uncurl, unwind, and lift up to the sky. And bring your hands through to heart space. Now, imagine you're just walking, so take a walking step back. The toes are both pointed forwards, hips are square. Bend into the front knee and keep the back leg straight, hands to the hips. Let's fold forward, so head and heart can be level, hands can be on the hips, or you can slide down to the front knee or towards the floor. Let the crown of the head face the earth, and then straighten into that front leg. So you're getting a lovely stretch down the back of the hamstrings. Softness in the breath. Just take a moment and bend into that knee, end of the knee, walk up through the thighs, into the hips, hands on the lower back, expand the chest. And then step together. Do a little pedal of the feet, release those arms and step back with the other foot. So if you were walking, front knee bent, back leg straight, hands to the hips again, fold forwards, head and heart can stay level. We should start to feel a stretch down the back of the front leg, reach towards the earth, start to straighten into that front leg and let the crown of the head face the earth. It's a wonderful stretch there for the hamstrings. Soften the brow. Just take a moment. And then bend into that front knee, come up with control. All the way, lower back, open up. And step to the top of the mat. Bring your hands to your heart. Stand tall in mountain pose and curl any tension in your toes, lengthen through your spine. We're going to vinyasa to the earth. So we inhale up to the sky. We exhale down towards the earth. We inhale, halfway lift. And we exhale, hang and release. Just let go, soften, dangle. Then we just dangle the arms, maybe take hold of each elbow, hanging the head between the arms. Now you have a couple of options. Option one, I'll show you, come all the way up, inhale, open up, and bring the hands to the heart and repeat. So option two, here we go. Inhale up to the sky. Exhale down to the earth. Hang heavy and long, reach towards the earth. Soften in, release in, come into that halfway lift. Then sink to the earth. So you have the option to come up, bring the palms to the earth, step into a plank, drop into baby cobra and curl in the toes. Lift into that up dog, lengthen the neck and the shoulders. Tuck in the toes, push back towards the heels, lift into that downward facing dog, scoop up the hips, melt the heels, dangle the head, soften the brow, hang, release. Take a few breaths here. Breathe in, breathe out. A few more. Just a lovely strong pose. Again, you could be in all fours if you need to, or do one of the other alternatives. Now float to the top of the mat, dangling that forward fold, resting your heart close to your thigh, softening your brow, and come up like the sun. Wonderful hyperextension of the back, and bring the hands to heart space. Step back into warrior one, square the hips, float the arms like a sword above your head, then reach up nice and high, lovely length from the fingertips down to the heels. Open with cactus arms and draw back with waterfall arms. Interlace the fingers and expand the chest. Open the heart. Now bring the hands to the hips and straighten into that front knee. Let the heart melt towards the thighs. Bend into that knee and bring the hands to the floor. Come into a plank. Drop the knees, uncurl the toes. Kiss the elbows to the ribs, baby cobra. Lift into that up dog, lengthen the neck and the shoulders. Softness in the breath. Come into all fours and arch through the back. Dip the spine. Arch through the back. Dip the spine. Really releasing any tension in the neck, the back and the shoulders. And then from here, keep the bottom high, draw the arms forwards, melt the heart down into puppy dog, let the third eye sink into the mat. So it's a wonderful stretch there for the upper back, the neck and the shoulders. Just take a moment. Then back into all fours, arch through the spine, dip the spine. Let's tuck the toes, lift into downward facing dog, scoop up the hips, melt the heels, dangle the head, soften the brow. We come up onto the tiptoes and down onto the heels. Again, if you feel dizzy, you can be in all fours. If you're able to, tiptoes and heels. Now lift one leg into the air, three-legged dog, all the way up to the sky. And then bring that foot to the earth, a little pedal of the feet, and the other leg into the air, three-legged dog. And then back to downward facing dog. Now walk your feet to your hands and come up like the sun. Beautiful hyperextension of the back. And bring your hands through to heart space. Just give those wrists a little release. It's quite tough on the wrists. Perfect. Other side. So we step back into warrior one. Again, squaring the hips, floating up the arms, sword above your head, and then as if you were holding a beach ball. Draw the arms down by your sides, length from the crown of the head to the heels. Now bring your hands to your hips and straighten into that front leg, melting your heart down. You've got that wonderful alignment. The back is nice and straight. The eye gaze is to the toes. Maybe reach down to the heels or have a block. Listen to your body, feeling that lovely stretch. And bend into that knee. Come back into warrior one. Hands come down by your sides. Interlace your fingers behind. Expand the chest. Now melt your heart down. Hands to the earth. Into a plank. Drop down into baby cobra. Uncurling the toes. Lift into that up dog. Lengthen the neck and the shoulders. Into an all fours position. Arching through the back. Dipping the spine. Arching through. Dipping the spine. So an alternative to the three-legged dog would be to stay in all fours and then just lift up to the sky. And then the same on the other side. Always an alternative, lift up to the sky. So you can either do that or you can tuck the toes and come into downward facing dog. Scoop up the hips, melt the heels, dangle the head, soften the brow. And then three-legged dog, up to the sky. Curling the heel to the bottom. And then change sides. Or again, you could be on your knees and lift up to the sky. And back into a downward facing dog or all fours. whatever works for you and your body. And then float to the top of the mat. Hang, release, let go. Maybe take hold of each elbow, hanging the head between the arms, or coming up like the sun. And bring your hands to your heart space. Very good. Just give those arms a little shake out. Perfect. So keep one foot facing the top of the mat. The other foot goes back, squaring the hips, sinking into the pose, releasing those shoulders, reaching forwards, triangle pose. Beautiful length from the fingertips in the air down to the heels. Really push that back hip back. Excellent. Now that hand in the air, bring it down to the heel, up to the sky. Down to the heel, up to the sky. Beautiful. One more time, down to the heel and up to the sky. Now bend into that knee, into that reverse warrior, stretching into the side body. Now reverse triangle, this knee that's bent, straighten it, reach back, and maybe take the other hand and stretch, stretch, stretch. Yes. Back into warrior two and step to the top of the mat. Hands at heart space. Take a moment. Same on the other side. So here we go. Warrior two on the other side, sinking into the pose, relaxing the shoulders, reaching forwards, pushing that hip back, triangle pose. From the fingertips in the air, down to the heels, lovely alignment. That hand wave and then down to the earth, up to the sky. Down to the earth, up to the sky. One more time. It's a wonderful pose. Now bend into that knee. Warrior two, reverse warrior. Reverse triangle. And take that back hand, stretch, stretch, stretch. And push that hip back, triangle pose. Bend into that knee. Warrior two. Turning both toes, open up. Lead with the heart towards the earth. Hands to the toes, head towards the knees, to the earth. Maybe take hold of each elbow, hanging the head between the arms. Feeling that wonderful stretch into the back of the thighs. Just release, let go. And come up very slowly. Open up. Bring your hands to heart space. Step either side of the mat. Bring your hands to your heart center. Let's inhale up to the sky. Exhale down to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale. Just release, let go. Soften. Hands to the floor. Let's come into an all fours position. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Arch through and dip. Wake up the spine. Dangle the neck. Perfect. Let's come into the puppy dog. Heart to the earth. Third eye down. Bottom stays high. Wonderful stretch here for the upper back. The neck and the shoulders. And back into all fours. And float one leg up into the air as high as it will go. Bring the chest down to the earth. If you can straighten the leg, that's wonderful. But you can have a bend in the knee. Whatever works for you. And then let's change sides. So up to the sky. Either straight leg or a bent knee. Then both knees down to the earth. Arch through the back. And dip the spine. Lovely. Let's come into a seated position and bring those hands just to the knees to arch through the spine. Dangle the neck. Let go. Then lift the crown of the head. Look up at the sky. Inhale. Exhale, round through the spine, arching the back. Inhale, lift the crown of the head so we have a lovely straight back. One more time, exhale, round through the spine. And inhale, lift the crown of the head, straightening the legs, reach into the toes. So you're getting that wonderful stretch into the neck, the back, the shoulders. And slide along your shins, into your knees, into your thighs. Little spinal twist here, dropping the shoulders. And again, the side. And back to that neutral position. Just give those wrists a little release there. Wiggle those toes. Get that little bit of movement there. Now let's sit comfortably in Sukhasana. Crossing those legs, hands on the knees. Little mobilizer here for the neck. Now slept awkwardly and then you've got issues there with the neck. Perfect. Now take the opposite hand to the opposite toes. The other hand can come to the floor and we stretch and lengthen. So opposite hands, opposite toes. Then same hand, same toes. Open up. And in both hands, stretching. Both hands stretching into the thigh. Same hand, same toes. Opposite hands, opposite toes. And then come back to that neutral position. Let's try the other side. So opposite hands, opposite toes, if you can. And stretch out, lengthen through. So literally it comes across the body. Then same hands, same toes, or heels or ankles. So that's where yoga strap comes in handy. Now both hands pull in the toes, really using the bandhas. It's lovely, and then bring that in. So again, opposite hands, opposite toes. Same hands, same toes. Have long arms for this one, or short legs. And then both hands, both toes. And then release. Then come into that Sukhasana. Wonderful. Hands rest slightly on the knees. Mobilize into the neck. In those areas of tightness and tension. Pushing away. Lift the crown of the head up to the sky. Spinal twist. You should be a little looser now. Opposite arm, opposite knee. Again, opposite arm, opposite knee. And then into the side alignment. So elbow to the earth, shoulder nice and relaxed. Side body. Back to that neutral position. Let's stay on this side. Side body. Melt that a little bit further, releasing the neck. One more time on this side. And release other side. Inhale. So literally like ironing out your body. You stretch, stretch, stretch. And back to that center. And again, stretch, stretch, stretch. Keeping the bottom cheeks into the earth. Back to the center. One more time. Inhale. And then release, hands to the knees. Down through the spine. And lift the crown of the head. Now take the legs nice and wide. Final stretch into those inner thighs. So slide down through the inside towards the toes. Let the heart sink towards the earth. Let the crown of the head come forwards. And maybe place the fingertips or the elbows to the earth or a block. Feel that wonderful stretch there into the inner thighs. Then walk the hands to one side, head towards the knee. Then to the other side, head towards the knee. And then all the way to the center. And then release. Oh, wonderful. I love that stretch. Now just cross those legs. Hands to the heart space. Just take a moment of connection, connecting from the crown of the head down to the roots, ready to face the weekend. Let's inhale up to the sky positivity. Exhale negativity. So it's like taking a weight off your shoulders. Let's breathe in. Yes, I can, and I'm able to. Let go of no, I can't. Bring your hands to your heart center. By your actions, let's only do good deeds. Bring your hands to your lips, and by your words, let's only say kind things to everybody we meet. And then bring the hands to the third eye, the forehead, and by your thoughts, let's only think kind thoughts from the love and the light that shines within me to you until I'm able to guide you through a practice again. Namaste. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Thank you for joining me on this